They outnumber us. 250 million of them, only 7 million of us. Their machines are much bigger, giant battering rams weighing tons. They have steel cages and airbags to protect them when they make a mistake. How do we compete with all that and survive?
Hi, I'm Michael Barnes.
I'm Danny Essick. We're professional road racers.
Always pushing the limits in search of more speed.
We kind of like to go fast.
Real fast.
Really, really fast.
You may not know it, but there's all sorts of things we do to make riding like this as safe as possible.
And a lot of these things apply in the real world too.
So for the next few minutes, stick with us as we offer up some ideas that can help you keep the rubber side down where it belongs.
Before every ride, you have 3 things to prepare.
Your bike, your body, and your brain. I never throw a leg over a bike unless I know it's ready. And the same is true for your street ride, and you don't have to be a master mechanic to do it either. The most critical thing is tire pressure. Having an overinflated or underinflated tire could be very dangerous. You want to check your clutch and brake levers, make sure the throttle isn't sticking, make sure there's no clicking or sticking in the steering. You want to check your fluid levels, make sure there's no leaks, and have the proper chain or belt tension. And on your street bike, you always want to check your lights and your horn.
Check your brake pads to be sure they're not too worn down. And if your bike is older, be sure to check the tire sidewalls for cracking. You want to replace them long before they start to look like this.
Okay, your bike is ready, but are you? My rule is dress for the crash, not for the ride. First off, you want to have a DOT legal helmet, protective boots, a leather armored jacket, gloves, and don't forget eye protection if you don't have a full face helmet.
Ever hear the term race face? It's the don't bug me look racers get before the green flag.
In here, we're always working to push out everything except for the task at hand.
Do the same thing on the street. If you are upset, late, or just plain distracted, take a breath. Anything like that can slow your reaction time and cloud your judgment.
So my rule is, don't turn the key until you've turned off the noise.
Guy turned left and he ran right into me.
A guy ran the stop sign, turned right in front of me, and I flipped and the guy was still on his cell phone.
The guy come over to double yellow and he clipped me and it spun my bike around. I hit a car.
And then he slammed on his brakes and turned right in front of me. There's nothing I could do.
And he just pulled straight out in front of me. I knew he was going to do it. He did it, and I knew it. You know what I mean? Anyway, I hit him, flew over the car, and thank God, it was pretty okay.
Not every crash can be avoided, but you can do a lot to avoid almost every crash.
Exactly. And there are a few common situations that all too often end up bad. Let's start with a little thing we like to call the lousy left.
First, if you always assume they're gonna turn, you'll react a second or two faster if they do.
As you approach the intersection, cover the front brake lever with 2 ready fingers and be ready with the horn just in case. Don't ride boxed in by cars. You need space to swerve if necessary. So have a flexible escape plan. When you see a car waiting to turn, move your bike to the right side of your lane. The maneuver itself makes you more visible. Plus, the left-turning car has to travel that much further to hit you. Finally, take the time to practice emergency braking in a safe, controlled environment. You don't want a lack of skill to make you crash while you're trying to avoid crashing.
This next one is my favorite. It's the "hey, that guy came out of nowhere" story. Well, he sure as heck came from somewhere.
And it's up to you to find them.
Those gaps between parked cars are your danger zones. Driveways, alleys, you name it. The parked cars and trucks help block the merging driver from seeing you. So if there's a second lane to your left, ride there. If not, ride near the center line, on the far side of your legal lane. Just that extra few feet can let you and the driver see each other earlier.
Always keep your eyes scanning, cover the brake lever, and assume the worst.
What's the fastest way to change how your motorcycle works? Carry a passenger.
You need to build your two-up skills by practicing someplace safe like this before inviting a passenger the first time.
Since the center of gravity is now higher, your bike is going to feel less stable, especially at lower speeds. So the best way your passenger can help is by sitting still.
No matter what you ride, out on the road, your bike is now going to be slower to accelerate. It'll take way longer to bring to a stop, and the steering will feel heavier in turns. You need to plan further ahead, focus on your balance, and be extra smooth with your inputs. This is not just for safety, it'll also make your guest ride more comfortable.
If your passenger's head is bouncing around like a bobblehead doll, you gotta smooth it out.
And smooth is also the way to be on a sport ride or track day.
Just like a passenger, your bike hates being upset by abrupt or jerky inputs. Smooth is safe because you're not disturbing the contact patch unnecessarily, which gives away valuable traction. Being smooth also helps you flow from corner to corner and stay more in control at any speed.
Don't let that corner surprise you. Look up, focus deep, stay smooth.
That's what Danny and Michael do, and it pays dividends for them on every ride and at every race.
Well, we got to get ready for the next race, so that's all we have time for today.
You can find out a lot more at msf-usa.org.
And remember, never drink and ride.
Take every ride seriously and practice your skills.
And we'll see you at the races.